Good morning, world. Hello, hello. How are you all? Hope everything's going well. If you can hear me 5 by 5, and everything's going all right. In the wherever you are. Good morning, morning. Hello, hello. Um, so we got a new week, new weekly range, new weekly targets, upside, downside, and sideways. New range of probabilities, right? First, second, and third standard deviations, the upside and the downside, and Laplace distributions up and down and all over the place. If you look at it, really, Bitcoin is moving along very nicely so far. Um, Over the past number of weeks, and still remains set on course with its mean reversion to the 3012 RMLR on the daily. Weekly, I mean, time frame, on the weekly time frame. And if you look at that weekly time frame, you'll notice that RMLR remains well above six figures, 110,000, whatever it is, above six figures. Is the probability that we're going to hit that this week? It would be a heck of an outlier if it did, but it is a probability, but it is not the overall, you know, most likely probability. It is an unlikely probability. It's an improbable probability, if you will. However, it still is a probability. Does that mean that we can't go down further this week? No. Doesn't mean that. There certainly are still probabilities that the asset will continue to move, and not insignificantly to the downside, before actually making a move to the upside. I don't know, people got excited when the asset moved up a little bit in the opening hours of the new week and the new day. Oh, it's pumping now. Yeah. Yay. It made a move, a massive move. It's just going to be a massive new week for Bitcoin. We're going to hit 70K, and then we're going to hit 80K. And then next week we're going to hit 90. And then the week after that we'll hit 100. Okay, listen. Just because the asset is in mean reversion to the RMLR on the daily, on the weekly, and that RMLR is above six figures, obviously does not mean we have to close that RMLR mean reversion this week. Right? It can easily take its grand old time, and it can take many weeks or months to finish that mean reversion. And it may not be anywhere near 100K by the time it mean reverts. In fact, if the asset just continues to meander on over between the 50 and 70K range, just keeps going up and down for more months, well, that RMLR is going to start to drop. And, once it starts to drop, right, it could easily fall back below 100K and then, dip below 90 and dip below 80. And very soon it might just complete the mean reversion somewhere around near where it is already, to the upside, the downside, or maybe 70K, maybe 50K, whatever. But that's why we don't look at long-term forecasts for low time frame trades. We look at the long term to understand the big picture. But if you want to know what's happening right now, you have to look at the VEPs of right now. Right? The 15-minute, 33-minute, 15-minute, the 9, the 6, the 3-minute, the 1 minute. And you could say, well, those are odd time frames. Why do you look at those time frames? And as my good friend and Alpha Trader co-founder says all the time, because you don't, right? Those are time frames we look at a lot because those are time frames most people don't look at. They also happen to work really, really well. Right? With leading information like the VEPs, it just so happens that those time frames work really well. I wonder why that is. I do know, actually. And you should pay attention to the time frames that we look at in our workflows at Alpha Trading. There's a reason we use the time frames we use. I can promise you it's not an accident. So before you think to yourself, I can't do anything about the timeframes I'm using because I'm set in my ways. I was taught to look at the daily and the 4 hour and the 1 hour and to trade nothing below that. Just remember, when you're trading low time frames, you have a lot more occurrences of opportunity. And the information is the same information. A standard deviation is a standard deviation is a standard deviation, no matter what the time frame is that you're looking at. Okay? A Laplace distribution on any given time frame is a Laplace distribution on any given time frame. Yes, are they different on different time frames? Well, of course. Right? If I take the standard deviation of the 1 hour, it's obviously going to be different than the standard deviation of the half hour or the 15-minute, right? They're going to be different. Or the 9-minute, they're going to be different, right? But it's the same information, meaning they both have to do with probabilities, and how you read those probabilities is still the same way. If you don't know how to read those probabilities, again, I invite you into the Alpha Trading Discord, which is over at alphatradinghq.com/discord. When you go to alphatradinghq.com/discord, then you enter the channel called Request Support. When you do that, you click the button that says Create a Ticket. And then you just type in that you want your free access to the Volatility Starter Kit, and you tell us your TradingView username so we can hook you up with the access to the indicators that you will have your free access to. And we'll even give you a pre-populated chart to use them on. And you get all the educational material that you need, the how-to videos, tutorials, the written material, the free cheat sheet that we made for you to learn the basic 6 tendencies of volatility, which, by the way, happen to also be the 6 tendencies of entropy. And obviously you get access to the chat rooms where you can speak with real live VEPS traders who use those tools on a regular basis. And obviously you can get into the live stream where you can ask questions by voice as well as by chat. And so you can participate in that, because the whole point is to be educational and for you to be able to learn. That's why we run those live streams. We don't run them just for the sake of talking about assets for no reason. Right? We look at popular assets, and we look at any asset that anybody really wants to look at, as long as it has, a decent enough history. I mean, we'll look at it, and if we see that it has no history, we'll tell you it has no history, and then we, probably won't look at it again until it has enough of a history to see some relatively useful time frames worth of information. And the reason we say that is because it's hard to and unadvisable to trade an asset properly with VEPS or any other system if it doesn't have useful information. But you say, well, I want to trade this meme coin. Yeah, if you're trading a meme coin, you are basically, and if it's new, you're basically gambling, right? A lot of, even the oldest ones don't really have any meaningful history data yet on like the trade on like even a weekly time frame, right? Even investing, quote unquote. And their meme coins, you probably shouldn't be holding them for weeks, right? If they make their move, you should probably take your profit. But hey, who am I to say? I'm probably wrong. Maybe not. The point is that meme coins are flash in the pan kind of stuff, and you want to be careful when trading that kind of stuff because it can easily lead you to getting wrecked, and you don't want that to happen just because you happen to jump on board some hype train and got super excited about the latest meme coin. Like, when I say to you the word meme coin, or words meme coin, do you even know what that is? Right? Like, do you actually know what that is? Right? Meme coins, just so you know, come in a variety of flavors. Some of them are quite literally just tokens that are inspired by memes. In fact, many of them, if not most of them, are. Some of them are just creating a thing that they're hoping will become a meme. Some of them allow you to create memes on top of their tokens, right? And post different memes to all the different token chains that they're running on. But not all of them will actually do that, right? Some of them are just literally just another shitcoin. Using a meme as its icon or logo or whatever. And a lot of them are just rugs. And by rugs, I mean they're malice. They're intentionally malicious. They're meant to fleece you of your funds. And the way that they do that is the founder or team will have a certain portion that they keep to themselves, and then they use every means at their disposal to pump the living daylights out of the price when they make some kind of a splashy launch. And as soon as they see that the price is getting to where their target is and has hit or exceeded the target, they will basically liquidate all of their funds. And they do that by taking all of the money that all the investors or traders have put into that meme coin. And does it happen a lot in the meme coin space? Well, it has been happening quite a bunch. Yeah, quite a bunch. Just like it happened in the NFT space for a lot of projects, or in the DeFi space for a lot of projects. That doesn't mean that those systems are bad systems overall. It doesn't mean that there's no valid NFT projects. It doesn't mean there's no valid DeFi projects. What it does mean is you got to be careful, like with all things, right, to not get rugged by nefarious ne'er-do-wells, right? That's what it means, right? There's an easy way to do that. The easiest way to do that is, when they say do your own research, what that really means is you've got to spend a lot of hours and days and weeks and months reading about projects, being able to know which ones seem decent to you, which ones don't, which ones seem like a wise thing to possibly be involved in, which ones seem extremely risky, and so on and so forth. And know that the king assets like Bitcoin and the various other ones near the top are probably at the top of the pile for a reason. Right? They're probably the more reliable ones in some sense. Now, that doesn't mean they don't have problems with them. Ethereum has problems, Solana has problems. But generally speaking, the ones at the top of the hill are usually doing better. That's why they're there. Anyway, like I said, Bitcoin is likely to have another great week for scalps on low time frames, and you should learn how to trade scalps if you want to do that. So we'll see you at the live streams Monday through Friday. They start at 9 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time in the Discord, and of course we send them out on Rumble as well simultaneously. So that's it. See you guys later. Happy trading.